Welcome to another episode of Old Guys Lovely Life. I'm Perry. This is my co-host,
Yeah,
Wayne.
one and only the Georgia Bulldog fan.
All right, War Damn Eagle. Hey guys, we had a great week.
Eagle.
War Damn Eagle.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah. Actually, never mind. I can't
I was
educate
at
you.
church
You're a
today,
Georgia fan.
and I saw this guy with a hat, and the back of his hat says Alabama,
No.
and it was red.
No.
And I almost, ooh!
No.
I wanted to go say something to
I'm
him.
going to have to pray for him.
I was going to do that. I was, matter of fact.
All right, folks. We're back in Studio 1A here at the Westwood Brewery.
And what a studio. I wish you could see this. Maybe one day you will.
Yeah. We're kicking around the idea of maybe trying out the Twitter Periscope
Right.
next week, and we will broadcast live audio and video.
Right. And I think that would be great. That way you guys can get get an idea about how nice, handsome young man, old man we
that's
are.
Right. That's right. All the ladies in the nursing home just drool over us.
Yeah, right.
All right. So we have several topics that we'd like to talk about today, and to kick things off, my buddy's going to give us some travel information.
Well, everybody's always asking me, since me and my wife do a lot of traveling all over the world, where do you like to go? What is your favorite spot? And I tell people, two places that are, it's three, really. Three places that you really need to put on your bucket list. Definitely Alaska. Alaska is one of my favorite places. Also, Costa Rica up in the mountains. Oh, gorgeous. And we're going to talk about that on another episode. And also Hawaii. Hawaii is a lot of people's favorite. Different islands brings different type of looks and the culture and everything. So we're going to talk about all three of those, right? And give you guys, an idea of each one of them.
So you're going to talk today a little bit about Alaska, huh?
Right. Today we're going to talk about Alaska and where in Alaska, you can see and what you can see there's so many different ships that's going into Alaska, and you don't have to just one particular place. Company like Royal Caribbean, they have the Oasis, and you got Holland American, you've got Carnival, you've got a lot of different ones that goes into that area in Alaska. And this time of the year, especially coming up, they go in and they go into all the way. I say to get a balcony. The reason the balcony, because they're going to get down to where the waterfall is, and when they get there, they're going to turn all the way around 360 degrees, and everybody gets to see the falling of the ice. And it really is a beautiful thing to see. You're talking about blue.
Blue ice.
Blue.
Right.
It's really neat.
That'd be great in a margarita.
So yeah, really. Matter of fact, I went on a helicopter and I flew over there out of, I think it was Ketchikan or Juneau. I can't remember one of the two. And we flew over to a glacier, and we got out of the helicopter, and I got some ice, and the guy said, you take that back with you, and when you make a drink, that ice will be with you almost all night. Did you know that is true? The ice is so compressed,
All right.
so many thousand of years, it stays that way.
Awesome.
Of course, I wasn't worried about the germs or anything, because I was alcohol usually kills it.
Alcohol intoxicated.
But anyway, the most of the I would recommend go out of Vancouver. You grab any of the ships out of Vancouver, and Vancouver, I would say go there a day before because you never know about airlines. The airlines are real tricky, and they sometimes they'll be late.
Explain the process for the people that don't know. So you take a boat from somewhere
Right.
on the West Coast,
Right.
and then you go to Alaska,
Right.
and then you get on a bus.
Right. Now that's
That's a separate thing?
Yeah, that's separate.
Okay.
Now we're going to get to that. So you go in, fly into Vancouver, say example, and you go from there. I would recommend a day before. That way you don't have to worry about being late to get to the ship. Once you get to the ship, you're on it. You got your passport, go through the line, and then it'll take you to Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway. There's so many different places that it will take you into. And then you will get over there to Anchorage.
Right.
And Anchorage will take you, you can get off of there and do the land portion. The land portion you just mentioned is Denali.
Right. So you get off the boat, you take all your luggage.
You take
because you're going to get on another ship later.
Right. You can do that, or you can fly out of there, or you can just, if that's where you would get off at.
Okay.
And you take your luggage, and you go into, get on a big old bus, and the bus would take you down into the Denali National Forest or Park, and there are several hotels they take you to. And matter of fact, I tell you, the food is unbelievable. It's really good.
Good.
And like I was telling you earlier, man, you could be there seeing all kinds of sights and everything, and then they take you to the hotel, and then you want to go out and have a couple cocktails and stuff like that. It's never gets dark like night. It's like stay like daylight almost.
Right.
It's twilight daylight. And went down over there to 3 a.m. in a bar, and I'm going, whoa! I had to get up at 7 o'clock to be at the bus thing to go to the next place. So from 3 to 7 ain't many hours of sleeping.
That's right.
Or sober up. And I was having a great time. And I tell you, it is a very, very nice thing to do is Alaska. It's beautiful, especially to see and then the train ride. They take you through this train, and then what you do when you do the train thing is that you're riding up high in the area, and you're sitting. And when you're sitting up there, and you're seeing all kinds of natures and stuff, and you see animals, bears and moose and the whole 9 yards, because they take you right through the park. And while you're going through there, you can come down at a certain time at around lunchtime, and they feed you downstairs. They have a nice dining area. And I'm telling you one thing, I've ate a lot of places, but that's probably one of the best dinners or lunch I ever had. It was outstanding on those trains. The cooks there, I don't know where they get them, but they really cook them real good. And we had a good time. And then after that, they'll bring you right on back, and then you can fly right on back to home, But Alaska, there are so many places. You can go salmon fishing like we did at this time of the year. And there's people there in Ketchikan will take you to fishing, and catch some salmon and stuff, and they'll clean it and they'll ship it right back home for you at the time you get home, and about a day later, here it is at your doorstep.
Right.
So it's all cleaned up and everything, ready to go.
Awesome.
And they do a good job, it really does. And it's your salmon and everything. They make sure that they tag it where you can know that that's your fish.
Right.
So it's that way there's no FM about it or nothing.
That sounds great. So everybody that wants to book a cruise to Alaska, you can contact Wayne or Linda at worldclasscruises.net. And we'll be right back after this short break. And we're back with Old Guys Living Life, your hosts Perry and Wayne. And Wayne is telling us about cruising to Alaska, and you can contact them at worldclasscruises.net. He's going to finish up, and then we're going to talk about some beer.
Yeah, I like that subject about beer. But anyway, go back to the Alaska thing. Now, you don't have to just go our travel agent. You can go to any you like.
No,
but
go to worldclasscruises.net.
Yeah. The main thing is that I want you to know that each week we're going to talk about different part of the countries and world and what I know and what I think that would be informational to you. And if you give us a feedback and let me know what's your area that you are consider thinking about, that would be great. And then that way we can give you more information, and I'd be glad to tell you any place on the show.
Just hit us up on Facebook or drop us an email like other people do at oldguyslovinglife@gmail.com, and we'll answer your questions.
Yeah, and I hope I see you sometime on a ship. And
first beer's on him.
Yeah, the first beer's on me. I definitely do that. And then the next one's on you.
The next 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
All right. So, speaking of beer,
yes.
Drum roll, please. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking Ranger again.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe that? I was drinking this beer called Smithwick.
Smithwick.
Yeah, it's an Ireland beer.
Right.
Irish
beer.
Yes, and out of Dublin, and it's a red ale. Very smooth and delicious.
Yeah, but what are you drinking today? The same old voodoo.
That's because I ran out of the other one.
I know. Hey, so I'm drinking a Sierra Nevada Tropical Torpedo. It's a tropical IPA. And what's the alcohol on this, Wayne?
2.
I thought you knew. I thought you knew by memory. No,
4.
it's a 6.7.
6.7.
Yeah.
Well, that's almost up to my 7.
I know it.
Darn, you're graduating slowly.
Well, that brings me to the next subject. The thing I was telling you about the other day. Folks, have you heard about this website or app for your phone? It's called Tavor. And you can, let me pull it up here. You can order beers that you do not get in your area that are rare, hard to find beers.
TAVOUR.
Yeah, TAVOUR.com. And so you go in and you set up your address, your pay information and whatnot, and then you just slide through the app. Here we have an IPA with mango s'mores. That's brewed in Sweden. Here's a Hop and Honey from Seattle, Washington, 11.2%. That's almost like
that's about 3 of mine almost.
Yeah,
two of those would get me up there.
And so you just click through and look at all these beers from other parts of the country, the world, and you order them, and they ship it right to your door. Now, some of them are a little pricey because they're rare beers.
Right. And some of them, like you said, they barrel